Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a wonderful show that we have planned for you today. First of all, I'd like to thank Chico and Mrs. Whitaker for allowing us to present this, All Things About Northwestern, on a day like today. We have several things we'd like to talk about. This is 110 years for Northwestern. And we have done a couple of events that we'll probably be doing annually, beginning with Juneteenth, which already passed naturally. And that was a great affair. And before I go any further, I'd like to introduce my special guest, Mr. Keith Williams, who's a Renaissance man. See, he got left that out last time, and he does it all. The man he's a busy man, and we're lucky to have him in our community. And
Joe, I don't know how I do it. Every time I get me what I call intermittent resting sites, okay? I have to get me some sleep sometimes because I go sun up to sun down. But I do it because, my father was a block club president. My mother, they were co-partners, okay?
Yeah.
And my father, up until the day he died, he was on dialysis. And I went to him one day, I said, "Why are you doing this, Daddy?" He had a park on Midland and between Quincy and Homer. And he built, back in the 60s, he didn't have a baseball diamond, so he created a baseball diamond.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And on that diamond, it was cuckabuds. You remember those cuckabuds?
Yeah, yeah.
So they didn't have a lawnmower, and so what he did, he told the boys, "We're going to do this." They started walking them down.
Yeah.
And they created a field.
Okay.
And so his love, his dedication wore off on me. And so I tried to make something out of nothing. But at the end of the day, that spirit of his love and my mother's love for people has been a part of my life. And so that's why I keep doing, I keep moving, I keep trying new things.
Yeah.
And when I found out I had prostate cancer, and it epitomized the way I think. I was in a room by myself, and the doctor came back with the diagnosis. And he said, "You got prostate cancer." Then tears came out of my eyes, and then the Lord says this. The Spirit said that dying is not an option.
Okay, yeah. That's true. That's a great word to live by.
Dying is not an option.
Yeah, because it's not an option. We all got to go.
Yes.
And the good things that we can do on earth for others, is a wonderful thing. It's always something that we have to keep in mind.
Yes.
And it's always good to help somebody else out. And you and your courageous organization definitely do that. And
I look at it like this, Joe. Psalm 23 says this. The first part of it said, "The Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want." So if he's saying the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, then why are we begging? Begging to live in a society that have a tremendous amount of resources. And then also it says, "I walk through the valleys of the shadows of death. I fear no evil because thou is with you."
Yes, indeed. Yes.
So when I said dying is not an option, he said, "I shall not want," and he's with me.
Yeah.
Okay, we all gonna leave here, but it's how you go.
Right.
That's it's the key.
Yeah. And so in our lives, and we do what we can do for the community, and like I say, we're lucky to have you and others like you. And in that same spirit, I'm glad that you're continuing the Soul Day tradition that Mr. Pee Wee Harris started.
It's going on 4 years, isn't it?
4 years, yes, sir. Yes,
Wow.
sir. And that's wonderful. That's great. That's great.
It's getting bigger and better every year. And that was
Yeah.
a brilliant thought when y'all said bringing the picnic together and everything together.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
was brilliant on your
Yeah,
part.
yeah, and that Northwestern picnic in Soul Day, which is going to be next Saturday, August
This
20. Yeah, this Saturday, August 27th.
July 27th.
July. I'm moving along.
Yeah.
I'm moving a little too fast. You got to slow me down. I'm moving a little fast too, Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a wonderful affair. Every year we have a nice turnout. You know, we used to have it at Belle Isle, and when we got our name changed back, the school name changed back to Northwestern High, we decided to come back home, have it at home. So that's that.
But I'm honored. I've been honored to be a part of your family, literally your family, and Northwestern family. And as like I said when I first met you guys, I just wanted to do something. And I was asked to be. I asked you, can I come into your family?
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't come in there and say, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You can't go in somebody's house if you don't know the terrain.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
So I had to learn. I had to
Yeah.
learn the Northwestern tradition. Although I hung out, I think I hung out with more brothers from Northwestern in college than my own classmates. Okay,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
but that's the way it is.
Uh-huh.
You know, I remember Pee Wee, Ron Johnson,
Yes.
who went off to play with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Me and him was
Yeah.
like we were best of friends.
Yes, the great Ryan Johnson.
Yeah,
yes.
I was.
Uh-huh.
I think I was the last person to talk to Ron before he died. Went home to glory, but that was my love. He was my heart. Titus Dawson. I can go on and on.
Mm-hmm.
But Northwestern sitting on the West Grand Boulevard with
Mm-hmm.
that cannon shows that's a powerful message.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Uh-huh.
That's a very powerful to have a cannon pointed in the direction. What did it say? Central High School. I don't know.
No, well, you know that's
That's
a fallacy there.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
really, but that is a funny thing, though. Yeah, yeah, we're going to have things at the picnic for folks to do and folks to have fun. It's going to be a day of enjoyment for all those who attend. You know, we'll have our red and gray gear for sale, and we'll have dinners, and we'll have quite a few other things. If you'd like to expound on anything, Keith.
Well,
Just jump right
my
in.
part is the love part, and y'all's is the love part. I'm two and y'all one, okay. But with my problem, what I'm doing is I'm bringing the festivities, the music, the music and entertainment.
Yeah.
And it's getting better. You know, I had to learn. I got to learn. You know, I learned this process. I can go to sleep now, and I can tell you how things work now. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a great lineup. Larry Lee again,
Oh,
Notorious
boy, great.
again. I'm adding Michael Hicks, Lady Love, Michael Elder and Sax.
Yeah.
And let me just say this to you: it's a free event.
Yeah.
I'm not asking nobody for no money.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing what God asked me to do, bring some joy to our people, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great day. We're going to have lots of water, ice, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be one food truck, but you're going to get your dinners. Go over to Northwestern Alumni. They have some wonderful food. You go over there. It's about sharing. It's about caring. It's about loving. That's what, to me, Soul Day is all about. It's about love.
Yeah.
And it's about exercising our God-given talent so we all can prosper on that day and enjoy each other.
Yeah.
And hopefully, in the future, we do business with one another.
Yeah. You sound like Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris was always community-minded and, you know, for students' rights, and
Yes.
he was there. He was a good man. He was a good man. And as a matter of fact, I can't remember the exact date, but we recently celebrated his birthday. You know, he passed, but you know,
91 years old.
yeah,
He passed.
So
I got the chance to meet the great guy. When I was starting two Northwestern coats that I love, Big C going home to glory, and his brother Billy. I was talking about I want to do a festival, and I was going to call it the Day of Soul. Okay? And I'll never forget what Big C said. No, I'm going to take you over to man's house, and and see how you can work something out.
Okay.
So when I went over to the house, I walked into a museum.
Mm-hmm.
He had every receipt since 1967.
Yeah, Mr.
He was-
Ayers was quite a historian.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was on his own archivist. Okay, so then he said these words. He said, "You don't have to do it anymore. I don't have to do it. It's yours. Do something with it."
Mm-hmm.
And so I am honored. I am
Yeah.
truly honored to do this every year. I look forward to doing this because I look forward to black folks coming together.
Yeah. Yeah, we're honored and blessed to have you join us on the field and
Yeah.
take part in this. 'Cause, you're a good person, and we love you out there and your organization. We do well, and you do well. So, and the community does well.
Oh, yeah.
Although they don't take advantage of it enough, you know.
No, they don't. But you know something, that Juneteenth, if you bring something, it will spark an interest.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know what happened in the past, but that Juneteenth showed me something. It showed the dedication of the kids, but
Yeah.
more importantly, it did bring the community together a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that was the good thing. Anything that brings the community together.
Yeah.
Anything. They, it's folks that go in different ways, and they go their different ways and never come out and enjoy each other. And it's a blessing to know that the next man is for you, and enjoy your life with him and celebrate.
The only
Yeah.
thing I would have done, instead of ending up at the park, I'd have ended up at Northwestern.
Oh yeah, now see, that would have been great. That would have
Yes.
been great. I remember a few years ago. Time goes by so fast. There was a march sponsored by Martin. It was Martin Luther King Day, and Tabernacle Baptist Church took part in it, and they had side donuts and stuff for the kids after it was over. But we just marched around the track or the perimeter of the school, but we ended back up at the same spot. So maybe something like that might be feasible to be discussed.
Because
next
it was
year.
a great event, man, to walk in. It was just coming together. It felt that like we were free.
Yeah.
We was controlling our own destiny.
Uh-huh. Yep. And that's very important. It's very important for people to feel that way.
Yes.
Yeah. 'Cause, sometimes, we have people on our neck so tough sometimes. We do need a little break. We do need a little break psychologically, mentally.
I'm at the point in my life in this journey that we got to stop begging, we need to get off our knees and stop begging and take control of what God has given us.
Yeah.
This land is our land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this space is our space. And why are we allowing other people to control our space? To me, I don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get
Yeah.
that. The tradition of Northwestern. Look at all the greatness that came out of Northwestern, man.
Right. Right.
They created, they just about created the whole Motown sound.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about how all the players, didn't bass player Jameson come out of Northwestern?
Jameson, Otis Williams.
Yes.
Yeah. A couple of other Temptations. They told me, I just found out the other day, Wilson Pickett.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't either until then. I tell you, it's quite a few legends. Richard Street,
Wow.
yeah, and I think Flo Ballard,
Yeah.
yeah, and we know about Jackie. She was one of our recipients for our humanitarian award.
Wow.
Yeah, she came out, and so. It's there. Things are there that we should be able to appreciate and that we can appreciate, because that would, help our self-esteem and let the kids know that there are possibilities. They can dream, and that's what the Alumni Association pushes.
You think about it, the automotive industry created our economic base. When you look over at Northwestern, you go from Joy Road all the way to Dexter, there was 2 family flats, there was single homes, and those homes were occupied by a working class family. And out of them, in each of those homes, they produced kids, and then catastrophic stuff seems to always come in the mix of black progress. In the '67, my sister stayed on Glendale, and that's when that mixed jive heroin came to fruition. You know what I'm saying? And so that was another a substance that controlled our psyche and the way we think. And it looks like you would think that principals, I was just thinking about this, Joe. At one time, there was 23 high schools. And each high school was filled. And each high school, if you look at the surrounding, had home ownership. And then if you walk in the neighborhood, there was a liquor store that was owned by somebody black. Our kids don't see that no more.
Right.
I don't mean to be preaching, man.
Well, that's all right, Keith. It's the truth sometimes hurts, and sometimes we have to hear things that people don't see and bring them up to date, because people go haywire. That's just like in this election coming up. A lot, they claim a lot of young blacks are going for Trump, and we know that's something that should be, what he has in store in that 2025. That's just suicide if they vote for him. And but not to get off the subject though, but Soul Day. Yeah, go ahead, Keith.
To that point though, they don't teach civics no more. So if they taught civics, they have a better understanding of how government works.
Yeah.
It's just like they're walking in the unknown right now, and there's no leadership to bring them into reality.
Yeah, absolutely correct. That's absolutely correct. So we hope our Soul Day and
we ain't hoping. We just hope we get good weather.
Yeah. We hope we get good weather, and we'll get good weather. I promise you.
Yeah.
As they say, I guarantee it.
I guarantee.
Yeah,
that's a good one, man.
Yeah, we'll get good weather, and so we can fellowship and enjoy one another, have a good time, and the community can come out and they can embrace the Soul Day, the ideas that Mr. Harris had when he started Soul Day. And it's more than just fellowship, and it's educational for the community also.
I was trying to put it in perspective. What is Soul Day? To me, Soul Day is about loving yourself and loving your culture.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And
I just thought about that because I was always trying. What is Soul Day? Now I can say it's about loving yourself and loving your culture.
Yeah. And Mr. Harris, his philosophy was like, you give them a hot dog, maybe they'll stay and learn something, because he had teachers from the black community, different parts of the country come in and give little talks, like Dr. Yochanan. And so I think Soul Day and Northwestern Alumni Association is a natural blend that, the Soul Day began. Mr. Harris started that around the 60s, actually. And actually, Soul Day and Northwestern Alumni Association kind of came into prominence about the same time. Well, I shouldn't say prominence, because the Alumni Association has been very active going back to the 20s. But, the blacks became more prominent in the 60s, naturally, because that's, we migrated to the school. And so now, it's up to us to keep the tradition going. A lot of wonderful people have come out of Northwestern, and we should honor them and let the kids coming up now know, you know, so they have something to take pride in, bro. You know, the community is more than just picking up paper off the streets, and they can climb, they can have aspirations for more than just serving somebody else, you know, and they can be business minded and follow their own dreams.
The spirit just hit me. I want to do a documentary on Soul Day, the life story of Pee Wee Harris.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we need to write a book about Soul Day, okay, and have a documentary, because let's talk about Pee Wee, and then and we can go from the past to the future. And the new kids that come in to Northwestern, they should be able to know the history of Northwestern.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that just hit me in my spirit, you know.
Yeah. And before we go any further, once again, I'd like to thank Chico Whitaker for allowing us to share his show. He's a wonderful guy, and he came out of school with me, or not with me, but I forgot what year Chico came out, but he's a good man. He got a little red and gray in his blood. He's a good man. Yeah.
You know, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me. And it could be upon anybody that do good. The Spirit, you have to have a great spirit to want to do good. Yeah. Just like you're a wonderful man. I enjoy being in your company. I enjoy coming to your house, because you make somebody feel warm, you know. And then the people that you assemble have great spirits about where they came from. And that's what is missing. We don't know where we came from. We're all going down different destinations, but at the end of the day, we got to get back to where we come from and understand our culture and our history.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost like the youngsters these days are almost blindfolded. You know, they don't know which way to go exactly. They think they see something on TV or in the social media that's a representation of what they should be, but that's not necessarily so. And that you know, they need to be corralled in and taught a little bit about their history and the things that can, when I say can, make them great. You know, they all, you know, all the kids have the potential to be great, but they have to have a dream and work towards it.
Well, Donald Trump is saying he want to make America great again.
Yeah, well, he ain't talking about that kind of great for us.
Right. But I'm honored. It's an honor and a privilege to be a part of the Northwestern family. And every year I'm going to do my part until and what I'm trying to do is find some new folk to just learn what I've done and learn your history so we can keep this thing going in perpetuity.
Yeah. That's why, you know, it's like coming down here to WHPR and doing our interview. There might have been some other avenues, but, you know, this is something that's, you know, in our wheelhouse, or should be in every black person's wheelhouse, to support their own, see. But a lot of times that's not, like you said about civic and stuff, it's not taught in school. And what is taught is sometimes given the wrong, given the misrepresentation, and the whole story is not told, see. So the kids come out not knowing which way to go. So hopefully, you know, we can get that back on track, get them on track. And
well, you're giving them the vehicle, the picnic, Soul Day, and my vision is to get some young folks playing the sax. You know, start training them.
Yeah.
You know, we have to. It's about recapturing our commitment to excellence.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I want us to get our entertainment back. Why should I have to look at Kid Rock?
Yeah.
When I looked at David Ruffin and Smokey Robinson and those kind of brothers, where is that? Are we training the child in ways she go? You know what I'm saying? Maybe in another world, you know. But
No, you're not in another world. You're right here, but the reality comes from DPS sometimes. You know, not that I'm critical of them, but they could provide more programs, programs that we don't have, that we used to have. And the kids would gravitate to those programs. And recruitment would be better off for it, and the children would be better off for it. Yeah, they'd have something to aspire to, not only when they learn music, they learn other things, you know. They learn critical thinking. All that stuff is wrapped up in music, choir, whatever, you know, any kind of extracurricular activity. It goes deeper than just that activity. If it's student council, I don't care what it is, it teaches them to use the old noggin and do something that they can do better for themselves.
yeah, if I have one wish, can we build another family like mine?
Yeah, yeah.
My daddy, he drank a little bit, he argued a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday, that check came in the house. On Saturday, my mom and I was going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Live for another week.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because that, you know, that strength and compassion, you know, you don't see a lot, you know, because people aren't, that's not instilled in people, you know, to be that way, you know. I mean, I hate to say it, but some people, you know, their kids, they get a kick out of seeing their kids act bad, you know, talk back, and, you know, as my brother Chico would say, raise up a child in the right way, and he will always come back. And that could, you could take that as biblical or however you want to take it, but that's true.
We can call it the goodness of God and His mercy.
Yes.
You know, this past Friday, I was at the Chase Bank, and this young lady came in. She called her kids everything about the child of God, man. I wanted to say something to her, but it was not my place. But probably it was my place. Young lady, don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
Cussing and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're right, Keith. But in the meantime, like I was saying earlier, thanks to Chico and for having us, giving us this time, and thanks to our viewers for looking in, checking us out. And I hope they got something positive from our conversation. My name is Joe Barber, and this is
Keith Williams. And Soul Day is July 27th. Start at 12 o'clock. It goes to 9. Keep your liquor in the car and your other stuff in the car, and come on, enjoy a wonderful day and a great picnic with Northwestern alumni.
And like weather-wise, I guarantee it. It's
Yes.
going to be a nice day.
Yes.
All right.